You know that quiet feeling that something's missing, even when life is, technically good? Well, today we're going to explore that feeling and a really powerful idea for what might fill that empty space.
Let's just start with a question. What if that feeling of burnout, that sense that you're just going through the motions every day? What if that's not a personal failing? What if it has absolutely nothing to do with a lack of effort? The philosophy we're looking at today suggests the issue is actually much simpler, but at the same time so much deeper. It all points to one single missing element, a clear, personal reason to get out of bed in the morning.
So let's try to shift our whole perspective here. Instead of asking ourselves, what's wrong with me, let's try asking, what might be missing? And that's really where our journey begins.
There's a place, Okinawa in Japan, famous for having a huge number of people who live past 100. And they have a word for this. It's this quiet force that pulls them out of bed each day. It's not ambition, it's not a paycheck, it's purpose.
And this purpose, it doesn't have to be some grand, world-changing mission, not at all. It can be found in teaching, in farming, in taking care of your family, or just mastering a craft. The size of the work, it just doesn't matter. The meaning you attach to it, that's everything.
So how do you actually build a life like this? Well, the source we're pulling from points to a few core ideas, let's call them pillars, that really form the foundation. Let's take a look at the first one. Think about how we view retirement. In a lot of Western cultures, it's like a hard stop, the end of the road for contribution. But in this way of thinking, there's no cliff. People just adjust their pace. They never stop engaging in ways that feel meaningful. And that right there shows a huge difference in mindset.
So why is this so important? Because purpose acts as what's been called psychological oxygen. I love that phrase. When you take away that sense of being useful, that reason to engage with the world, our vitality, our spirit can really start to fade. It's a powerful way to think about just how crucial meaning is for our well-being.
But this isn't just about what you do. It's also very much about who you're with. The next pillar shows us that purpose is not something you find all by yourself, locked away somewhere. It's deeply, deeply relational. In Okinawa, this often takes the form of something called a moai. Just imagine this, having a small circle of friends from childhood who are there for you, for your entire life, providing financial, emotional, and social support. This incredible sense of belonging just melts away stress and reinforces the shared reason to keep going together. Okay, so we have continued contribution and we have deep community. The next pillar is all about how we engage with our daily stuff. And it's this concept of flow. You know that state when you're so completely absorbed in something that time just seems to disappear? That's flow. This is probably my favorite example from the source material. It's not about how new or exciting a task is, it's about the depth of your engagement. For an artisan, doing the same thing over and over isn't boring. It's a path to mastery. It's a source of this really profound, quiet fulfillment. It turns discipline into something that feels more like devotion. The final pillar shifts our focus to our mindset. It really challenges our modern fear of aging. It suggests that the real enemy isn't getting older, it's becoming disconnected. Disconnected from life and from ourselves.
And this is where the philosophy of wabi-sabi comes in. It's all about finding beauty in things that are imperfect, temporary, and incomplete. Real life. By accepting that life isn't permanent, that challenges are going to come, we build resilience. We start to understand that life matters because it's fragile, not in spite of it.
So here's the really crucial point in all this. Purpose isn't some destination you finally arrive at. It's not a treasure you find buried somewhere. It's more like a garden that you have to tend to every single day. So what does that tending actually look like? Well, here are just a few small invitations. These aren't commands, just some gentle habits to consider. And notice how simple they are. Staying active, being useful to other people, nurturing your curiosity. It's all about small, consistent actions. All right, as we bring this all to a close, let's try to tie these ideas together into one central, calming insight. I think the ultimate takeaway is this. A meaningful life isn't about chasing constant achievement or living with this frantic intensity. It's about something much quieter. It's about alignment, connecting your daily actions, no matter how small, with what you truly value. And that leads us to this final, really empowering message. Meaning isn't something that just happens to you. It's an active choice you make. It's a practice you commit to day after day.
So I'll just leave you with this question to reflect on. It doesn't need some huge answer, maybe not even an immediate one.
just something to kind of hold on to. What is your reason to wake up tomorrow?